I have been on set today and I have absolutely no idea what I am going to say in this video, other than talking about the concept of just showing up and doing the work when you don't really want to. It's 25 past 9, as you'll be able to see on screen. I'm offloading the footage from today's shoot onto OneDrive, then I need to do it onto another drive. I have run out of USB slots on my laptop, which is a real pain. So not only can I only offload to OneDrive at a time, my keyboard also doesn't work wirelessly anymore. So I also don't have a keyboard to use. And I think this is a good example of how when you don't have the right tools for the job, or you're tired, or you can find an excuse, it is so easy to just stop doing the creative thing that you want to do. And I would really love to not record a video today because I am tired. I don't feel very well. We had a really good day's shooting, but it was like shot on a hike. So we were hiking around with camera kit and, walked like 15k in the cold and the damp. And I feel really good and I feel really tired. And I would really love to not show up and do this today. But also I have made a commitment to myself to record these videos. And I think, in a way, there is something to be said for the act of just getting in front of the thing that you want to do and doing it, whether or not you're in the mood. And I think not being in the mood for something is a really good excuse to not do it. I'm not hugely in the mood to do this right now. And I think I can do that a lot when I come to my creative ideas and things I want to do. I can have a desire to do them and not be in the mood to do them. And the not being in the mood thing can sort of take precedent, I think. And so I just don't do the thing that I'm supposed to do. I find a good excuse and I find a good reason to get out of it. And that comes to creativity, it comes to fitness, eating healthily, all of the things that make me feel like a happy and well-rounded person, I find very easy to just let go of at the first sign of resistance. And being able to push through that resistance and show up and do the thing anyway, I think is a skill that I really need to learn to cultivate, which is partly why I have in fact sat down in front of my computer to record this today. I'm not doing all out, I'm not doing the thing on the phone and then recording the thing on the mat, because as much as anything, the camera I use for that is rigged up for another shoot we've got first thing tomorrow morning, and I'm not going to de-rig a camera that is all set up for a job to then re-rig it up to do that when I have an alternative to do that is an interesting method as well. So yeah, that's kind of the big theme, I think, of what I was thinking about when I was getting home, or when I was trying to persuade myself that it would be okay to just not do it today. I was thinking that, I am wanting to do this project, and so this project requires that I do it even in non-ideal circumstances. And doing things in non-ideal circumstances is I think vitally important, because circumstances are so rarely ideal, especially when it comes to fitting creative work in around other work. And yeah, I think that trying to find a way to make things a bit easier sometimes, like the way I'm doing this today, or to commit to doing something regardless of whether you want to or not, if it's going to fuel you and move you forward, is still the right thing to do. So I think, yeah, pushing through any act of resistance is important. Stephen Pressfield has a great book about this, The War of Art, which I've read twice, and to be honest with you, I don't love it, but it has some really key ideas, and he talks a lot about this kind of mythical force that is resistance that stops people from creating. And that is an idea I really kind of agree with, that I often hit this wall of resistance and will then not push through it. I didn't love a lot of the rest of the book. I have read it twice, because the first time I read it, I didn't like it. And then I've then heard so many people talk about how great it is that I was almost convinced that I was maybe wrong. So I gave it another go. Still didn't love it, but I do love the idea of resistance as a force that is acting upon you almost. And I think getting through that is probably a bit of a muscle. So turning up today, recording this, is me flexing that muscle, and I can be pleased that I have done that.